Right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol NIO, NEO Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I do want to state some things. The first thing is to all first-time viewers and investors, welcome to Invest for Tomorrow. And I want to say thank you to all my subscribers for always supporting me, commenting down below, giving me feedback, and not forgetting to hit the like button to let me know you guys watched this video. I really appreciate that. And when you guys go out of your way to engage in conversation and comment information down below. I do want to state some things too because I'm getting a lot of new subscribers per day, and some of you guys have been watching me since I started, or even within the last month or month and a half. I've only been out here in this channel for 2 months, and I am really glad that I'm able to share this knowledge and my analysis with people to help them, guide them, and also equip them to do better by maximizing profits and minimizing losses. So the reason why I say this is a way to maximize profits and minimize losses is because it helps a lot of day traders what I do, and it even helps traders that are invested in this for the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks to go ahead and follow the stock. And even if you're invested long term, it's always great to know the behavior and what's going on the next couple of days, because you can even find through these analysis, if you look at it yourself and you have your own expertise and your own way of thinking about a company, because you guys may be more invested than I am into the company within news, within the chart, within just your gut feeling, within what you know about the sector of, for example, NIO is from the EV sector. You may know more than me. We all learn and grow here in this channel. But one thing is that you can follow these analysis and even see a good entry point, because it doesn't matter, what happened before or what's gonna possibly happen next. What happens is right now you can see the behavior on how, for example, this stock, it fell and it used the support as support. So this gives you an idea that tomorrow the support dropped a bit, but you may want to remember 1295, because that's the first level of support before getting to the support I'm about to show you guys. And if 1295 gets tested again and it recovers from there, you could possibly get yourself in at 1298, 1299, and possibly sell at 1336. This is just all hypothetically speaking and examples. I'm not telling you guys that's the way you should do it and that's what you should do, because every trader has their own way of doing things. But for the day trader, that's going to work. Um, if you think that 1295 was a perfect support and you can look back based off the chart, the last low was $11 and some change, and then below that was about 11.29 and so forth. This is the lowest low right now, and you may even feel like, you know what, with all the great news and how well the company's doing, even though there's this sell-off and so forth, and it dropped from there, this just may be a good point of entry. I mean, that's what these analyses are supposed to do. You guys are supposed to do your own due diligence. And a lot of these new subscribers that are joining, I really appreciate you guys, and even the ones that have been here since the beginning. But I do want to emphasize what this channel is about. This channel is to analyze charts, look at them for what they are, no emotions behind them, and clearly just let the charts speak to us, because the charts have all the information that we need. Besides the news, besides people selling and the volume and so forth, the chart analysis does show you what is going on, and you could see the behavior of the stock throughout the day based off of how investors have been acting, because investors are the ones controlling this. There's the big fish and the small fish when it comes to investors, and most of us, if I'm honest, I'm a small fish. Big fish are CEOs, insiders within the company, and multi-million and billionaires, right? And those guys have more leverage on moving a stock or getting out of a stock or entering a stock better than us. But one thing that we do have is the charts, and the charts speak to us. Like, this is a clear example of support being tested, right? It broke through it twice, and at this point support was used, and here you can clearly see support was almost broken through, and then this was the last candlestick before the takeoff, and that just shows you that 1295 was used as support by the bulls. Regardless of everything that went on throughout the day, that is the most significant part of the day. Why? Well, if support was broken through and brought to newer lows, that was still the most significant part of the day because resistance was never even touched or reached, right? That's actually still a goal right now for the stock and for the bulls. But the main concern here is for you guys to see that support, if it was broken through, it would have been significant because it would have showed us that was the first point where support was shown to not have been tested and the bulls couldn't recover and the bears gained control, or turn around and this is where the bulls appeared and they were able to bring themselves back up. Now the question is, will they be able to maintain themselves, right? And support has moved to lower points, but there's also a support up close to the closing price. So it made this chart very narrow, but I'm going to talk about all of them. So I'm just here to give you guys an overview of what I'm here to do. And I gladly do these analysis because I know it helps people. And I would love the feedback to hear from people that have been following me since I started, just to know how much it's actually helped you guys. Because when I tell you guys to look at support closely, the reason why is because if support gets driven down further away, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you to sell. I'm not here to tell you to hold. I'm not here to tell you to buy, because stocks tend to move fairly quickly, whether it's in one day or within 2 days, there can be a drastic move like we could see here. This is within a day, from here to here, and then 2 days here. So I'm not here ever to tell you to hold or sell or buy. I'm just here to guide you guys and give you guys some sight on things that you may overlook or miss out. And you may even have your own analysis, but at least you have mine there to put side by side or to equip and add on to whatever you have. And that's what I'm here for. And I tell people all the time in my channel to pay close attention to support if it's broken, because two things can happen. The bullish run can end, right? From slightly this bullish run here, and then getting cut by the bears, it could end, and then the bears can start to tear it down to newer lows. Or it could be the point of recovery where the bulls come back. And that's exactly what we see here. Now, there's other times where support is broken through, and as an investor, you do your own due diligence, you do your own rational decisions, and you make sure that you can handle the losses, or that you can hold, or you're gonna have to cut your losses. That's just what it is. I can't do an analysis of every 5 seconds what's going on throughout the day because it moves drastically. But at least I believe, and that's what I gladly do. I believe that I'm here to equip you guys with an overall overview so that you can see and be ready for what is to come the next day. And clearly here, support was used, and it just shows me that that's what I'm here for, and this is what I gladly get to do, and I have fun analyzing these charts. So just wanted to put that out there and let everybody know what this channel is about. Excuse me to all of you that want to see my analysis. And if you've seen through the video up to this point, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to stay and watch through. And I hope you guys learned something new and find this analysis helpful. So let's jump into what this chart has for us. So there's a lot of points here that are important. The most zoom in one that I was talking about is right here. and that's 13.18. The closing price was 13.28, right? It closed out at 13.28 at 8 o'clock, and 4 p.m. was 13.36. And 13.18 is significant because that is the closest resistance level, support level that this stock has based off the charts. But that right there would be too close to make a decision, but I'd write it down to have it as a point of reference. Obviously, this chart is below the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average is 1372. I'd write that down. That is very significant on knowing and seeing how much more bullish or bearish this can be. Right now, it's in bearish territory. Now, the support that I'd really pay close attention to, if it comes down to it, is 1281, right? 1281 is significant, and also before it gets there, if you want to look at 1295 again, which was the support level from yesterday to today, that's another good point to look at and see if the bulls can recover at that point, if it was to get down to that point, and if it breaks through it, the real support that you're going to want to wait for before making a decision, or at least having some insight of knowing how much more control the Bears are having, that would be 1281. Because if 1281 gets broken through, the Bears can bring this one to newer lows and bringing it to much more bearish territory and pulling it further away from the 50-day moving average. So that is significant on that end of the spectrum. On the other end is 1345. That's the resistance level that can be turned into support by the bulls. The bulls are going to need to break through that because that is the highest point that this stock reached throughout the day. And also, as you could see before that, in the morning, it was 1340, which is tested there twice. You could see 1340 there, and you can see 1340 right here. So clearly, right after that rejection, 1340 could have been a point of holding on tight, but that got rejected twice, and 1345 definitely got rejected. So that's going to be a major turning point to know if the bulls can have a rally to get themselves back up, to cross through the 50-day moving average, and get themselves back into bullish territory. As of right now, the Bears are in control. If the bulls break through 1345 and use it as support, bulls have not gained any control. There's no way of saying there was a bullish rally to begin. It could be the ignition, but the bullish run won't be determined until after 1372, which is the 50-day moving average, and getting themselves up to new resistance levels on bullish territory. This is going to be very interesting for tomorrow. We're going to have to see how it plays out. And as always, if you guys learned something new, subscribe. Hit the like button for me to let me know you watched this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share this with your friends and community. And let's make some money.